So the A-Team was created really to put together the brightest minds in our organization and to be thinking about the bigger issues that we can't think of individually, but collectively we can, and we can accomplish great things.
And by putting representatives of every single team a part of the A-Team, it truly became something more than editorial could be, but it would not be able to accomplish what it has accomplished without representatives from marketing, from advertising, from circulation.
The expertise that each department brings to the meetings is incalculable, right? You see everything through different eyes.
I think there's always been like a church and state divide within a newspaper organization between sales and content. And within Lang, I feel the culture is much different. There's more collaboration, just better synergy, better communication.
The audience team is built around the fact that we're going to have these meetings, and we're going to have these discussions, right? So we get into a room every 2 weeks, and we talk about an issue or various issues, we hash it out.
Sometimes we think through problems, sometimes we debate through problems, which has made it a lot of fun. But a lot of interesting things come out of it, new ideas and new tests that we can run to see what works and how we can be creative to push the envelope on new opportunities with different channels and using more digital spaces.
I think in today's age, it's not enough just to, produce good content and think that people are going to flock to your content. You have to think about the distribution of your content as well, and figure out ways to make it easy as possible for readers to find the work that you're producing.
This team is about our audience and about finding the best user experience for them, because if we don't achieve that, if we don't give them the best experience, they're not going to be our audience for very long.
Not surprisingly, while we were very pleased with our numbers before, we started seeing this exponential growth, right? And so, and that frankly is what we need to see in order to keep pace with the world.
I think in the history of newspapers, we have a tendency to make decisions based on experience and instinct, kind of that gut feeling. We're confident that we know our communities really well, and we do. And that from that knowledge comes good decision making and good news judgment. I think that it's critical that anything we do be supported by research and not be the product of guesswork.
And a lot of times that means you have to sift through all the data, you have to read all the research to kind of find that one nugget of information that's going to lead you into the future.
We did surveys of all of our readers that were specifically focused on what they want from us on social networks, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And it's more than just pushing links. Pushing links is not enough. You have to be engaging, and you have to kind of tap into I think of them as house stories, right? You have to tap into the house story, the issue of greatest interest in a particular community.
We're coming up with strategies for newsletters, search engine optimization. We're in a world where search traffic has flattened for a lot of people. We're growing in that field, and that's as a direct result of the work that we've done on a team.
Circulation's role on the A-Team is to look into new ways of acquiring customers, look at fresh new ways of serving the customers. So for example, we introduced live chat on our websites, which is something we had never done before and through the A-Team. And it gives our customers better ways of reaching us, of digitally reaching us.
Our news organizations have existed for more than 100 years. If we're going to be around for the next 100 years, we need to evolve, which means we need to change, which means we need to invent the future. And so I think by fostering a culture of innovation in which everyone feels like no matter how big or small their contribution might be, it's welcome and needed and necessary for us to come up with all the innovations that are ultimately going to keep us around and serve our communities as well as we want them to.
What is the spirit of innovation? I think the spirit of innovation is a constant refrain of I can, and I will. And that's what we're all about. We will.